Hey, we're going to go over the exponential and logarithmic derivative rules. So the first set are the exponential functions, and this is the derivative of e to the x is e to the x. That's not a typo. It's that simple. But that's only for base e. Then the derivative of a to the x, that means a positive real number raised to a power. So the derivative of a to the x is a to the x times the natural log of a. So a little bit different than the e to the x, but actually it's the same rule, just more generic. And then we have the logarithmic rules. So down here we have derivative of the natural log of x, and remember that the natural log only takes positive numbers. The derivative of natural log of x is 1 over x. And then the derivative of log base a of x, so that could be any base, as long as it's positive, is 1 over x times the natural log of x. So let's see if we can apply these rules with our constants, our power rule, and our sum and difference rule. So we got a couple of examples here. The first one, y equals 5 e to the x plus 9x squared minus 3x plus 4. So we're going to take the derivative of that. So everything is in the best form possible already. So let's just go ahead. So y prime. This is 5 times e to the x. We know 5 is a constant multiplier, so that 5 can stay there. And the e to the x, the derivative of that, is e to the x. So we'll have 5 e to the x. And then plus 9x squared, that's a power rule function, so we'll bring the 2 out front, reduce it, so it'll be 18x. Then minus 3x, the x will just go away, so it'll be minus 3. And then the plus 4, the 4 goes to 0. So derivative of that, 5 e to the x plus 18x minus 3. Number 2 here, we have f of x equals 3 times the natural log of x, and then plus 4 over x minus 6 to the x. So let's rewrite that first of all because it's not in the best form. So we'll rewrite it as 3 times the natural log of x. And we'll rewrite 4 over x as 4x to the negative 1. And then minus 6 to the x can stay the same, but it'll keep us from making a little mistake here. So our derivative can be, this is 3 times the natural log of x. 3 is a constant. The derivative of natural log of x is 1 over x, so that gives me basically 3 over x. And then plus, and we got 4x to the negative 1, that's a power rule, so let me change that plus to a minus because the negative 1 will come out front. So it'll be minus 4x to the negative 2 when it reduces the power. And then 6 raised to the x, so that'll be minus, and I believe that is 6x times the natural log of 6. So we could rewrite that if we want, but I think we're okay with what we have here. Okay. All right, let's just double check. Yeah, I feel good. All right, so now we got 2 more examples here. Y equals 7 times the log of x plus 8 natural log of x minus the 5th root of x squared minus 9. Definitely feel like we should rewrite that a little bit, especially because of the root. But it'll be 7 times the log of x plus 8 times the natural log of x minus x to the 2/5 minus 9. So now it's in a good form. So y prime equals 7 will just stay there, and the derivative of the log of x, if I remember, is 1 over x times the natural log of whatever the base is, and it's understood to be base 10 here. So 7 times 1 over x times the natural log of 10 plus 8 natural log of x will turn into 8 times 1 over x, and then minus 8 to the 2/5, that's a power rule, so minus 2/5 x to the negative 3/5, and the minus 9 goes to 0, so I'll rewrite it just a little bit to clean it up a little bit. So 7 over x natural log of 10 plus 8 over x minus 2/3 x to the negative 3/5. Okay. And then the last example I have on here, y equals 4 times log base 3 of x minus 50x to the negative 5 minus 7x. So we don't need to rewrite that. All the power parts are good. So we'll just jump to the derivative. So y prime equals, there's the 4 as a constant will stay there. Log base 3 of x. That rule will put 1 over x times the natural log of 3. And then minus 50x to the negative 5, that will be a power rule, so that would be plus 250x to the negative 6, minus 7x turns to minus 7. So I'll just rewrite it a little bit. It'll be 4 over x times the natural log of 3, plus 250x to the negative 6, minus 7. And there we are using new rules.